That was President Trump yesterday announcing a massive AI infrastructure plan. Some of the world's most prominent technology leaders pledging to invest an initial $100 billion, but it could be up to $500 billion over the next 4 years. And as you heard, the project is called Stargate. Kate Rooney's here to help break down what it means for OpenAI, one of the important partners of it. Steve Kovac also looking at Microsoft. And Steve, I want to start with you. We spent a good amount of our 9 o'clock hour at the top of the hour discussing the implications for Microsoft of what appears to be sort of a deepening connection between Oracle and OpenAI and the expiration, so to speak, over time of the exclusivity of financing by Microsoft. So what do we know or what do we surmise here?
Yeah, David, this is what we're seeing. It's Microsoft sort of losing its grip that it once had over OpenAI. Until yesterday, it was the exclusive cloud provider for OpenAI, the hottest startup on the planet. And now, instead of being the exclusive provider, it has what they're calling the right of first refusal. So OpenAI says, they'll come to Microsoft saying, we need this cloud capacity for X, Y, and Z, what we want to do. And Microsoft can now say, we don't have the capacity to serve you. You guys need to go somewhere else. It's very clear they're going to Oracle right now, but this also potentially opens up the window for those other hyperscaler companies we talk about so often, Google and Amazon, even smaller players like HPE and Dell. They can all get in on the game as well. And that's also what the Stargate thing is about, is OpenAI using its own money and its own cash to invest in cloud capacity. And you might remember, David, we've heard CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, say several times throughout the last year that they literally don't have the cloud capacity to keep up with the enormous demand they're seeing for artificial intelligence. That's not just OpenAI. That's other open source models. That includes Meta's models and so many other models that are also running on Azure cloud servers. That's why Microsoft said they're going to spend $80 billion in its fiscal year ending at this summer just to build out AI infrastructure, half of which is going to be happening here. And so all that money is effectively, yes, going to go towards NVIDIA. This is great news for NVIDIA and all these other companies. But what we're seeing now is Microsoft losing that exclusivity on the cloud. It makes a lot of money from having this cloud deal with OpenAI.
So join me as I discover what Operation Stargate is all about and who will benefit from it. Also, what is Elon Musk's opinion? We're also talking about Morgan Stanley says that Tesla sits at the epicenter of a Cambrian explosion in new tech. And Tesla looks to hire data laborers to boost autonomous vehicles and bot development. We'll talk about analyst price predictions. So stay tuned. Welcome to my channel where I give you the latest Tesla news. This is from Forbes. Stargate AI project, the $500 billion gamble to dominate the future. The tech world is abuzz with the announcement of the Stargate AI project, an ambitious $500 billion initiative that President Donald Trump unveiled on Tuesday. This vision effort aims to transform America's artificial intelligence infrastructure, positioning the nation as a global leader in AI innovation. However, the project's success or its failure rests squarely on the details. From addressing power supply challenges to developing a skilled workforce and ensuring strong governance, the path forward is certainly complex and full of untapped opportunities. So, what is Stargate all about? Let's clear up any confusion. Stargate is not about intergalactic wormholes or the CIA's psychic experiments of the 1980s that shared the same name. It has nothing to do with science fiction or Cold War parapsychology. Think less aliens and more algorithms. At its core, the Stargate AI project is a partnership between OpenAI, Oracle, and SoftBank that aims to build a network of state-of-the-art data centers to shape the future of AI development. The initiative begins with a $100 billion investment in its first phase, scaling to $500 billion over 4 years. And the goal? To power cutting-edge AI innovations while creating over 100,000 new jobs, establishing the U.S. as the global leader in AI infrastructure and development. The investment for the project comes from a mix of funding sources sources. The initial $100 billion is being raised through equity contribution from founding partners OpenAI, SoftBank, Oracle, and MGX, with additional backing expected from new investors. SoftBank has indicated plans to raise debt to finance its share of the investment, which underscores the scale of complexity of the initiative. Therefore, the announcement has already stirred debate within the tech community. Elon Musk has publicly cast doubt of the project, questioning whether SoftBank has the financial resources to meet its commitments.
But when you look at that $100 billion commitment, $500 billion potential, I don't know if you saw Elon Musk took to Twitter and said, they don't have the money. The money doesn't exist, as if this is not really going to happen. What do you think of that?
Look, all I know is I'm good for my $80 billion. I'm going to spend $80 billion building out Azure. Customers can count on Microsoft with OpenAI models being there everywhere in the world, serving OpenAI models and other models. That's, I think, what I know.
So this is what happened. Elon Musk publicly raised questions about whether the joint venture would ever get off the ground. Late Tuesday night and early Wednesday morning, Musk wrote on X, his social media platform, that two of the companies behind the project don't have enough capital to follow through with their pledges. They don't actually have the money, Musk wrote at 11:35 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday, replying to a post from OpenAI and ChatGPT maker that announced the joint venture with global tech investor SoftBank Group and database company Oracle. At 12:57 a.m. on Wednesday morning, Musk added, SoftBank has well under $10 billion secured. I have that on good authority. And Altman reacted and said, I genuinely respect your accomplishments and think you are the most inspiring entrepreneur of our time. Altman later posted that Musk's comments about SoftBank funding were wrong, adding that the first side is already underway. I realize what is great for the country isn't always what's optimal for your companies. But in your new role, I hope you'll mostly put America first. Microsoft's OpenAI largest investor was named the technology partner in the project, meaning the company will be involved in creating Stargate's infrastructure. Look, all I know is I'm good for my $80 billion, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella told CNBC when asked about Musk's post. The exchange has added an intriguing layer of scrutiny to what is already one of the most ambitious AI initiatives in history. AI infrastructure doesn't run on hopes and dreams. It runs on electricity, and a staggering amount of it. Each proposed Stargate data center is expected to consume at least 50 megawatts of power. With 10 data centers already in development, starting in Texas, the sheer energy demand poses a significant challenge. Scaling power delivery to the remote and underserved areas where data centers may be built will require extensive infrastructure upgrades. While Texas remains the premier hub for data centers, infrastructure, talent, and boasts a business-friendly climate with a thriving tech ecosystem, its grid operator, ERCOT, is already under significant strain. Stargate's energy needs could push the grid to its breaking point, highlighting the need for robust investment and planning. The project also raised a critical question. Will local and state governments adjust regulations to facilitate streamlined energy expansion? Proactive policies will be essential to ensure the grid can support the additional load without delays or bottlenecks. The U.S. energy grid is stretched thin in many regions, and the constant massive power demand of AI systems prevent a formidable challenge. While renewable like solar and wind remain a part of the discussion, their intermittent nature makes them less viable as primary energy sources for facilities requiring around-the-clock power. The key question is whether regulatory and financial incentives will be enacted to accelerate grid enhancements and support consistent power delivery. Without such measures, delays in energy availability could derail the project's aggressive timelines. Nuclear power stands out as a stable, high-capacity solution to Stargate's energy needs, offering unparalleled reliability compared to other sources. However, the involvement of SoftBank, a Japanese company shaped by the legacy of the Fukushima nuclear disaster, complicates the equation. Therefore, cultural and corporate hesitations around nuclear energy must be addressed strategically. Balancing SoftBank's reservations with the undeniable advantages of nuclear power will require careful negotiations, but it remains a solution too significant to ignore in a long-term energy strategy for Stargate. Stargate's energy demands will push the boundaries of current infrastructure, requiring careful coordination between private companies, local authorities, and regulators. Whether the system can scale to meet this need, or whether red tape resistance will slow progress, remains one of the project's most critical questions. To succeed, Stargate must tackle these energy challenges head-on with bold solutions, proactive planning, and innovative partnerships. The stakes are high, and the ability to power this AI revolution will define whether Stargate's vision becomes reality. Workforce challenges. Who will fill the 100,000 jobs? The promise of creating 100,000 new jobs is ambitious, but raises significant questions in an already tight AI and data center labor market. Many of these roles require specialized skills in AI, engineering, and data center operations, skills that aren't readily available at scale. At its heart, Stargate is about ensuring the US remains the epicenter of the AI revolution. Much like Sematech headquarters in Austin, Texas, revitalized the US semiconductor industry in 1980, or DARPA spearheaded transformative technologies like the internet, Stargate aims to lay the foundation for America's long-term leadership in AI. Hey, if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. Thank you. AI route. Morgan Stanley analyst Jonas believes artificial intelligence is about to get physical. That has big implications for the manufacturing economy and for Tesla stock. A while ago, we told our clients that Tesla sits at the epicenter of a potential Cambrian explosion of technology, ushering in a new morphological era, Jonas wrote on Tuesday in a report. The Cambrian explosion refers to a period of rapid evolution some 500 million years ago. Diversity flourished and animals emerged with features such as compound eyes, gills, and teeth. Changes in oxygen levels might have jump-started the explosion. For Jonas, AI is the environmental change that can drive a Cambrian-like changes in global manufacturing. One of his points, Tesla has the capital and visual data required to win as AI diffuses into physical things. What is the ability to capture and analyze visual data? Well, Jonas isn't sure, but he says a lot more than zero. Tesla looks to hire laborers to boost autonomous vehicle and bot development. This is what happened. Tesla hosted a job opening on X and its career page. The employees will work with in-house tools to label data coming from the company's large fleets of vehicles, as well as data from its humanoid robots, which are under development. The data includes images and videos, and labeling will contribute to advancing the software aimed at making them operate autonomously. No previous experience of AI or data labeling required. The perfect candidate for this role is adaptable, can apply logic to multiple different scenarios, is attentive to detail, has experience with computers and other software, and enjoys a fast-paced work environment, the company says on the job description. The candidate must also have a working knowledge of the law and rules of the road, it added. Analyst price targets. Wedbush raises Tesla price to $550 from $515, keeps outperform rating. Piper Sandler remains overweight on Tesla, raises price target to $500 from $315. Morgan Stanley's Adam Jonas price target for Tesla is $430 and has a buy rating. So, what is your opinion on Musk's post on X about Stargate's project? Do you think it's because he focuses on eliminating government spending, or maybe because he would love to be involved in it? I mean, I can see why we need to catch up with China to maintain our leadership position. Let me know in the comments below. My name is Claudia. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And I will see you next time. In the next video, it could be this one. So, goodbye.